Welcome to the Intentional Father Podcast, where us fathers parent our children, not by accident, but with intent. I'm your host, Aaron Stroman. Well, welcome to episode 7 in season 1, Family Dinner Time. Family Dinner Time. I'm talking out of experience here. So not too long ago, I was making dinner. I had my son helping me. It was taco night, this particular night. And as we're just cooking, getting ready for dinner, prepping the tacos, making the tacos, conversation starts happening with my son and I. My son is telling me about a situation with his sister around a game console at their mother's house. For those of you who are new to the show, my kids' parents are no longer married. So they're living in this divorced life situation, and there was some sibling rivalry, sibling drama going on when the kids were at their mom's house. And so my son's talking to me about it, and he's just opening up, pouring out his heart, kind of venting, kind of seeking some resolution, even though he didn't really ask for advice. He wanted help on the situation. We ended up having a good conversation as we're getting the meal ready. Then we have the meal. My daughter joins us, and my kids were able to actually work through the conflict that was at hand. That all came as a part of having a family dinner time. So I want to be talking about this. I want to be making a case of why you should have family dinner time as a part of your regular weekly existence, as part of your fatherhood, being intentional about this. Because if you're not intentional, things like meals just happen. Sometimes people eat on their own. It's like every man for themselves, find food in the house, in the fridge, and make it happen. Or we're just going to be eating out because we're on the go, which I get that. But I want to be making a case for why you should have family dinner time in your own home. And there's lots of good reasons. There's very few bad reasons. So let's just jump into it. First of all, the kind of the bigger picture, maybe some philosophy behind this. Why is family dinner time so special? Like, is there a magical thing that happens, or is magical reason for having family dinner time, or is this just some old school tradition that you're trying to regurgitate? And I'll say this: the kingdom of heaven is described as a banquet table where there's plenty of food to eat and people gather together. So there's this imagery of I don't know if we'd call it perfection, but eternal bliss, and it revolves around a table with food and loved ones. The book of Proverbs often describes a person seeking wisdom as a person sitting down and receiving food at the table. And so over and over and over in Scripture, there's this idea that being wise, being in line with God's will, is like sitting down at a banquet table and eating. And so, again, there's just lots of good stuff that happens. I don't know if you were raised with the traditional family dinner time or not. Either way, though, I think you should start it. Fathers, I think this should be a part of your parenting, getting the family together to eat, having a designated time. I know it's not going to happen every night of the week, but it can at least happen once, if not twice or 3 times a week, where there's family dinner. It's good relational time. And one of the things I would encourage is at dinner time, make it a safe place. Make it a place where children can talk about anything, and there's no immediate repercussions or punishment if they openly admit to doing something that's wrong or against the family rules or whatever. Let them talk it out. Let the dinner table be safe. I'm a member at Planet Fitness, and they have this sign in their gym. It says "No Judgment Zone," and our dinner table should have that same sign over it. Theoretically, no judgment zone, where Kids can just talk things out, and they know it's a safe place. They're not going to get in trouble. They're not going to be judged. Of course, if it's something over the top, address it later. But in general, you want to create a safe place for kids to talk things out, talk about their day. So create that. And the next piece of advice I would say is not only let it be a judgment-free zone, but also don't rush dinner time. Let family dinner time be a time when life slows down a little bit. We're enjoying a meal. And if you have multiple children, let them know just because you finish your food first doesn't mean you can just leave and run away. Have kids hang out, be patient, sit at the table until everyone is done eating. Now, this teaches a couple things. One, it's teaching social intelligence. If we go out to dinner with a group of people for a social event, if I get done eating, I don't ask for my check, pay the bill, and then leave. We hang out till everyone's done eating, and there's some social intelligence that comes along with that. And then also, it just lets people know, hey, we're just going to slow down and enjoy our meal, so that the fast eaters aren't just going to get done and run back and do whatever they're going to do, but it is a family social time, and that's a part of it. It's not just nourishment. We're having some fellowship here, and so just accept it. Don't fight it. So don't rush dinner time. If you want to go really traditional, when I was growing up, I had to ask for permission to leave the table. May I please be excused? And mom and dad either said yes or no. So that's if you want to get real traditional, you can implement that as well. Not a bad thing to teach our children that there's a courteous way to exit the table. Another thing that family dinner time does is if you're intentional, you can use this to engage your children to help prepare dinner, cook, food prep, prepare the table, set the table, and then also clean up. In fact, one of the rules in my house is if one child is helping make dinner and the other one's not, then we swap. The other one has to help clean up, and the one who made dinner gets a break after dinner. So there's some ways to engage the kids in the family dinner time, preparing and cleaning up. That makes your life easier. And it's also more conversational time. Like the story I opened up with, my son started the conversation with me, and he probably wouldn't have done it if his sister was in the room, but it was his turn to help make dinner, and so it opened up that opportunity for conversation. So parents, especially dads, make your life easy. Let your kids be a part of preparing and clean up at dinner time as well. And I'll say this also, I guess I didn't think of it till now. Dads, if you're not a part of dinner time, find a way to be a part of it. If you like those traditional roles where maybe the wife is always the one preparing the dinner, find a way to engage and be helpful so you can sincerely engage your kids by your side as well. And of course, you can empower your kids to help your spouse if you're not there. No problem with that either. Next thing. Dads. This goes back to the masculinity that comes around cooking. It used to be a male role because the man would hunt the game and also prepare it. In the area of the country where I live, Kansas City, cooking, especially cooking meat, is a very masculine. It's viewed as a very masculine thing to do. There's competitions on smoking meat. Around here, the smoked meat barbecue is a big deal. And guys take a lot of pride in how they barbecue and smoke the meat, or the game, if you will. I am a griller. I don't do the low and slow smoked. I like to grill over a hot fire. But dads, if you enjoy the grill, teach your kids how to light a fire. Teach them how to use charcoal, or maybe use a propane gas, which is an inferior way of cooking compared to charcoal. No offense, it's just true. And if you're using the gas thing, show them how to light the gas grill, how to get it started safely, and paying that forward, teaching your children how to cook over fire, again, is a great life skill, and kids will engage in it. They like to help flip the burgers or flip the steaks and Fire's mesmerizing. So again, another great way to engage your children in family dinner time. Next piece of advice. Once dinner's over, kids are helping clean up, I always bring back the entire family to the dining table and we do a game night after family dinner. Of course, this is assuming there's enough time to do this, but quite often if I'm doing family dinner time, it's not a crazy busy night of the week. And so we have time to go back and play games. If your children are younger, find the appropriate game for their age. It might be the memory matching game where there's little cards that you flip over and you try to find the match. As kids grow older, I'm playing spades. I've played 5-card draw with my kids. There's Dutch Blitz. Lots of card games, board games that we play. But when you add the game time and let that piggyback behind dinner time, it's just a whole new opportunity for the children to open up and start conversing about their day, about life. You don't have to prompt it. How was your day today? Well, what a horrible question. Don't ask that question. There may be some other ways to engage, or just be silent and your kids are going to start talking and just listen. Let them talk and ramble out. It's hard to get kids talking if you're like, hey, we're going to sit down and have a conversation. But if there's something else going on, cooking, eating, playing a game, they'll start talking. And it's wonderful connection time just to hear what's going on in the life of your child. Game time just makes that grow exponentially. So utilize game time. It's a lot of fun. Again, let your kids be a part of that process also. Let them pick out the games, buy a game at the store. Wonderful way to cap off family dinner time. Next piece of advice, you can also use family dinner time as a family meeting. So if you're trying to gather vacation ideas, guys, where do we want to go on our summer vacation? Fleshing out the vacation plans. Let the kids be a part of that process. Maybe you need to communicate, hey, I got a new job. Our life is going to look a little different. Doing that over dinner is a great time to have those type of announcements or meetings. So again, really good conversation time. Even if you have to communicate information instead of just listening to your children, you can use family dinner time for that as well. Here's like a hidden agenda, hidden curriculum to family dinner time. But you can also use family dinner time to teach hospitality to your children. So have other families over. Let your kids have their friends over and teach them how to be hospitable, how to take a drink order, how to set the table appropriately, how to serve someone else. And that goes a long ways. And then also think about if, let's say your friends, your children's friends are coming over for dinner. They might not have a family dinner time at home. And so now you're modeling not just for your own kids, but maybe for the neighborhood kids or, church friends or whoever it is. You're giving them a family dinner time experience as well, which I think the family dinner time is kind of a lost art in society today. It used to be the society norm. Now our culture's lost that. We're so busy. We're so run around. We can order food and get it delivered. We don't always sit down as a family to have dinner time, but you can give this as a gift to your children's friends also. So again, there's a lot that's going on here. Let's go even a little deeper. Dads, we need to teach our children how to eat healthy. Now, this is one you have to model by example. Quite frankly, there's a lot of fathers who are fat. They have the dad bod and they're proud of it. And it's like, no, not good. Maybe you should model something a little better, like how to eat healthy. Eating healthy can be really simple, okay? I'm not a nutritionalist. Eat a clean meat that's not fried and eat some plants, fruits and vegetables. That can be a meal. So I'll grill chicken and have air fried asparagus. I'll grill a hamburger patty and have some potatoes with it. Maybe some sauteed vegetables. It's good food. It's delicious. My kids are used to eating that. So we don't need casseroles with a lot of butter and cheese and gravy and stuff. We don't eat that way. Model for your kids what healthy eating looks like. Drink water, not soda. I mean, little things like that. You're creating what's normal for your children. So teach them how to eat healthy. And if you're not eating healthy, maybe this is time to start. Hey guys, we're going to start doing family dinner time. We're also going to start eating a little healthier. There we go. Really simple. And then kind of going on that idea of like what you eat. This is really fun. I don't do this as much as I should, but I do it frequently. Letting kids pick out the menu and not just saying, okay, tonight I want, grilled chicken and macaroni, but taking them to the grocery store and having them choose the meal. So my son, my son's going to do Tuesday night dinner. My daughter, she's doing Thursday night dinner. So as we're shopping, each of you pick out the ingredients of what we need. So now they're excited. They have a little skin in the game. And then if it's their dinner, they're helping prepare it. The other one helps clean up. But you're taking that idea of eating healthy, hospitality, and you're showing your kids how to do it. Now you're teaching them how to cook because they're excited. They're like, oh yeah, tonight's the night I get to do. Like my daughter loves making ravioli. And it's a little carb heavy, but I walk her through it. How can we make ravioli night healthy? And we play that out. So letting your kids pick out the meals, pick out ingredients, be in the store with you, putting stuff in the shopping cart, helping them think of the things that they forgot about. Do you need some extra spices with this? Do we have spaghetti sauce at home or not? Well, I don't think we do. We should buy it. Anyways, helping kids think through the entirety of shopping, because that's not really a class that they teach in high school. So we can teach our kids how to do that. And then finally, here's what I'm going to end. When you're having family dinner time, there's lots of stuff that's going on, right? There's conversation. It's a judgment-free zone. Kids are able to talk things out. You're able to have game night. You're modeling hospitality to your children and maybe even their friends. There's a lot that is happening, but think about what's not happening. When your kids are having family dinner time, they're not on the street. They're not in front of a screen. They're not out causing trouble, right? They're not consuming drugs or consuming healthy food, and fill in the blanks. There's a lot of alternatives for kids. Family dinner time takes away the negative alternatives and provides a really healthy lifestyle, healthy experience. So I recommend it 1,000%. Fathers, this is something simple that you can do intentionally to enhance your family culture. So I'd love to hear maybe your best practices for family dinner time as well in the comments. And I wish you the best in this journey of fatherhood and during family dinner time. May it just be a wonderful blessing and addition in your life. God bless. We'll see you on the next episode.